Greetings and happy Friday. I just wanted to check in with you real quick. You know, Kristen Dodd sent out a quick check survey to kind of see where everybody is, get a temperature check. And there, we do that anonymously so people can be real honest. And somebody came through with that the syllabus wasn't clear, that this is the first time they've taken an online course and they need some help. And so this is a perfect week for us to be talking about that because this is the week we're talking about syllabi. So I wanted to make sure that because I'm a real proponent of having an emergent syllabus, one that develops over time with the students, that everybody feels secure about what they should be doing. So I'm going to click here on the e-course group. I'm going into our course. Let it pull it up here for us. Okay, so you're in the course. This is all the stuff that tells you how to get in touch with me. This gives you an overview of the course. You might want to refresh your brain around that. Gives you some other information here about the tags to use, who's doing what, and then we get to the discussion forum. An organization piece in the discussion forum is the week tag. So if it was a week 1 discussion, it's tagged with that. If it's new, it'll be week 3. The new content for next week will be week 4. And that's the way you can keep up with the content. But in terms of trying to figure out, well, what am I supposed to be doing? The pages are the place to look at that. Now, the syllabus, my syllabus, is vague by design, so let's just kind of look at it. But if you're taking this for graduate credit, of course, this is my contract with you. So you can go down the syllabus, you see the theorist, all the stuff that the outcomes, the goals, the objectives, how this aligns with the ISTE standards, the time estimate for the course, how to get in touch with me, that I expect you to be here, taking the class. Here are the weekly topics, and then these are the scheduled assignments. So if you're wanting to get a grade for the course, you have to do all the assignments. So there's the operating in the virtual learning community piece, which we're all doing. There's a reflection piece that'll be done at the end. There's the 5-minute lesson that you're going to teach, which you did. There's a philosophy of online learning. Everybody created a Google Doc with that, and if you haven't got to it, even though the due date says 2/13, I give people flexibility, especially if they're doing this for graduate credit. Just make sure it's done before the end of the course. Syllabus creation, that's what we're working on this week. There's the expert project, and that's where you guys teach. And you're scheduled for that. And then there's this collaborative project plan, and this is going to be either your online course or a component of your online course that you might want to work with other people, and we'll flesh this one out as we get ready to go. And so you see the grading system. So that's my syllabus, and it's really loosely designed because I never know what other people are going to be having you do for the activities, not the assignments, but the activities. So as we go through each week, I'm deciding the assignment, creating the syllabus. Then the teacher who's teaching with me decides the activities. So for instance, your week 1 assignment, if you go to pages, it told you this is what we're talking about, this is what you should be doing, and here's the actual assignment. And that had to do with the philosophy of education that you created. All right, so week 2 assignments. If you click on the week 2 assignment, there'll always be one of these, and they go up right after the webinar. So on Tuesday morning, you have your next week's assignment. Here is the week 2 assignments. What's happening? What should you be doing? This is teach us something, and you guys did that. So there was that assignment. Here's the week 3 assignment. So if I didn't know what I should be doing and I felt uncomfortable with it, I could use these pages to really figure out where I should be and what I should be doing. So if you click on the week 3 assignment, you'll see in the week 3 assignment, Lisa's in charge of some of it. This is what we're discussing. This is what you should be doing. And then these are the assignment pieces. So one is that you're going to create an overview of your course like I did, and I have the example there in the main page of our course. And the other one is that you're going to actually create a syllabus. So that's kind of what we're working on for the week 3 that aligns with the syllabus. But if it's confusing to you and you can't keep it all straight, just each week, on Tuesday, after the webinar, go here to pages and it'll lay it out for you. It'll tell you. Now, if you've been looking for the archives, you want to go back and listen to the webinar and figure out what we're talking about, the webinar archives are right here. So if you click on this link, and it opens up, and these are the archive. This is the archives of the webinars that we've had so far and the conversations that we've been having. And you'll see that there's different ones in here that some people during the practice have gone in and hit record and then it cut off. So you got to kind of get by those, and I can't delete them out. And I guess you're not seeing that. So let me take you over to where I am. Sorry about that. So this is the this is the different archives that come up. Well, the reason there's so many is because in the practice room, as people were getting ready, remember that practice link, they might hit recording. And so you just have to go to the dates where we actually had our webinars, and then that's how you can actually keep straight which webinar you're going to be watching. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. It unpacks it a little bit better, but that doesn't mean that we don't need to talk about clarity of syllabi, especially mine. And so I started a prompt around that. Let's see where I can show you where that is. It is clarity of syllabus. So if you want to go in here and respond to this, I think it would be a great way for us to really add to the syllabus discussion and kind of figure out, where it is we need to be going with that around clarity, especially for somebody taking a first course. Not everybody coming into your online course is going to know all the 21st century stuff we talk about, and so they're going to be looking for some clear-cut directions and guidance, and so we have to balance that with this emergent piece. So help me figure that out. I want to learn from you and with you. All right, see you on Monday. Bye.